let's start off with the first guy in the first video that we're running. That video is of Chris Dednam. He's the executive director for BNI Free State. He's also, funny enough, he's an accountant. Can you believe it? So, yeah, Chris started in BNI, and what a wonderful guy, and some things that we can learn from him. So please, guys, watch this video, have a look, and have a listen to Chris. What an inspirational story he has. What an inspirational guy.
Good morning, BNI. Welcome to Bloemfontein. Some of you we've seen for 2 days. And for the Free Staters, welcome to National Conference. So, quickly my story. We've heard Givers Gain stories this past 2 days. And quickly my BNI story. So Jannie de Wet, the Free Staters that knows him, invited me as an accountant 10 years ago, but I was also not ready yet. Okay? And then my brother invited me 8 years ago, and then I saw, what? I have to join this organization. But there wasn't a space for an accountant. You know, that's all those seats are filled. So I asked the owners of the Free State in that year, wow, can we please start another chapter? I want to do this. So I was the founding member of my chapter. It took us a while to launch, but what was that? That 8-9 months was actually changing people's lives. Because now that chapter is still going on. 7 years, I think, yeah. Referimento. And I became the first president. And 4 months later, they approached me and my brother to buy the region. So, founding member, president for 3 months only, and then ED of the Free State. So that's my BNI story. And Givers Gain is my life. So not only do they call me champ for my badminton, but it also stands for Chris helps all maximize profit. All right. Now, I challenge you to find your why, because that motivates you to do anything. Why must you invite someone to the conference next year? So my why is I love this. And when they say when you enjoy something, it's not work. So I enjoy inspiring business professionals because you can't motivate someone. Motivation comes from within, but you can inspire someone. And then thanks to Jules, I like them to become infinite givers, who in return transform lives. And I really want to stand still on that. Guys, it's not just words. Core values are not just words on a poster or in our slides. It's values. We are changing people's lives. So I enjoy inspiring business professionals to become infinite givers who in return transform lives. Okay. So, you all heard the saying, culture eats strategy for breakfast. Okay? But where does culture come from? And your culture is created by your values. It depends what my values is, what culture I will have in my business, in my household, and in our chapters. So I want to talk a bit about values, and I say it a lot. It's not just words that we throw up there. So what are values. So a vision is a roadmap, and that is your main goal. And this is business. Make it your own in your personal life, in your business. What is your vision? That's your roadmap. Where do you want to be in 5 years' time or next year's conference? Then a mission is the action steps to get there. Something we learned from Julian this week. Let's say you attend next year's conference and it costs you 7,000 Rand. What is your plan to make that back at the conference? How many people must you meet and make connections with? So go to conferences like this with a plan. That's your mission. And then the values guides your steps. And I want to stand still with it guides your decisions. And that is something I say in our chapters, in our region. Everything you do in a chapter, are we allowing this application or not? According to our values. Are we going to grow bigger? Or there's a concern between members. Always make decisions based on your values. And in your businesses and in your personal life. So that is my message today, with Giver's Gain as the one that I chose. Everything you do must evolve around your values. So do you know the book that Ivan wrote, Who's in Your Room? So what that is about, you decide who you allow in your space, in your room. Now the people that know me, I am very patient, I am positive, my favorite is positive attitude. Until you break that credibility or trust so much, then you are out of my room. Now how do we do that? With a doorman, Ivan says in the book. And that doorman is again your values. So it depends on your values, who am I going to let into my room? Say, sorry, my favorite is positive attitude and you are a negative person. And when I say negative, it's that half filled glass of water. Do you see it half full or half empty? So not negative bad, but you're just negative and I don't like that. I don't surround myself with negative people. So that's one of my values that I implement then in my personal life and in my business. So the one, like I said, that I want to talk about today is Giver's Gain. And guys, we are so used to it. You've maybe heard Ivan Meisner said, he asked once, what is the philosophy of Coca-Cola? And no one knew. And the philosophy of McDonald's. Now, our members know our philosophy is Giver's Gain, but they don't get it. That we are so used to seeing the slide every week in our meeting, but what does it actually mean? And I want to give some examples today of what is Giver's Gain. So BNI says, be willing to give first. How many members join and then they say, okay, where's my referrals? So we all know that. Build relationship first, it takes time. But be willing to give first before you expect to gain. Give unconditionally. Giving unconditionally creates a better world. Do you believe that? It's, you must live by it. In the 2 days, we also said when you believe it, you can do it. So giving unconditionally creates a better world for everyone. And one of the authors of the book, we have here, he's here, Julian, with Greg and someone called Ivan Meisner. So they created the 7 principles of giver's gain. What does it mean? And I just want to take one of those and talk a bit about that. Give without expectation. And people don't get that. And I'm talking out of BNI as well. So I serve on many voluntary organizations. You know, badminton is my passion. So Free State Badminton, South African Badminton Association, and people don't get that we serve. We are not there as executives. We in BNI are not there as executive directors. We serve from the bottom. We give. So when I say this, I'm not only talking about BNI. Even in sports circles and national bodies, they don't give without expectation. We hear members in our chapter say, I've given for 3-4 months, and I don't receive anything. Then you don't get it. If you say, where's mine now, then it's not giver's gain. You must really give without expecting anything in return. So if I can share a story of Stefan that is here, the creative kilowatt, how does it look today here? Sounds and lighting and stuff. So Stefan joined, and he really has that giver's gain mindset. And for a year, he didn't get a big referral like this. For a year long, and he almost didn't maybe renew that first year. And then one day, this quiet, old member stood up and said, I've got a referral for you. My friend is building a wedding venue, not this one. And she gave that referral, and now he's done 400, 500 weddings at that venue. So, yeah. So let's look at a video also to really see what is giver's gain.
Of course. Thank you for getting that.
Except I had no idea you'd call. I'm desperately looking for a cycle here. Is there any chance you guys have some to spare?
No, we're in the middle of a serious structural adjustment.
Yeah, that checks out. Well, thanks.
Hey, hang on a second. Matt? Hey, legally, you're on with Dr. Bright from Bloemfontein. She's asking for a cycle here. You still have extra?
Sure, you can send it over now.
Seriously?
You're doing us a favor taking it off our hands. Also, do either need intravenous be stocked up on that too.
No, we're good on antibiotics.
Leland, hang on a second.
What do you need now, Max?
Bill, you're on with Brookhaven Memorial. You were talking about Victor 9 cell earlier. Do you still need it?
Yeah, I need everything. Why?
The memorial wants extra, we'll send it over right now.
Oh my God. If we can help with anything, I mean, non-drug related, please let me know.
Yeah, some extra med too, do you?
Tons. Yeah, I heard my guys buy Home Depot.
Yeah, great. One second.
Hello?
Miriam, you're on with Brookhaven Memorial and University. Do you still need that med too?
That's right.
University will send over a bunch right now.
I don't know what to say. Can I give you some pulse oximeters?
Memorial could really use those.
I'm sending you a shipment.
Well, this worked out great for everyone. Well, except for you, Max.
Didn't want to kill the vibe, but glad I could help.
But the pulse is tough one.
Max, you need propofol?
Yeah. Currently everyone does.
Not us. We just found a ton of it in storage. We'll have it by end of day.
Why weren't we all doing this before?
Why didn't we do this before? So, 2 things that I think BNI teaches business professionals is building relationships and work together. Stop seeing each other as competition. Yeah. Let's take let's take Danita, our photographer. It's an easy example. She maybe likes weddings, but not so much newborn shoots. But she does it because it's an extra income stream. And another photographer loves newborns and not so much weddings. So if they can work together and be open-minded and givers gain mindset, and they refer business to one another, both of them can do 100% what they love. And that is what this video tells us. Why? 5 hospitals can see each other as competition. Why didn't we work together before? Yeah, they weren't in BNI. So, you heard I am a 2-time Olympian badminton player in my previous life. So obviously I must bring in the Olympics. The Olympic opening ceremony was last night. They took so long to just light an Olympic flame. It took 6 hours. Maybe we must teach them efficiency and so on. So I learned a lot of principles in sport. So there I was, I turned 21 in my 21st country at the 24 Olympics. So not 21 anymore. But you learn discipline, you learn giver's gain, work with a team. Then me and my brother went in Beijing 28 as well. Now, why do I want to bring that in? So, because badminton meant so much in my life, I want to give back. And it's really, really, really without expectation. So, yeah, I turned 21 in my 21st country, but I've seen 40 countries with badminton. So, yeah, it's not the Springboks. I can't buy a house after my career. But I've seen the world, and I want now to do the same for someone else. So what is your why? Why do you want to do Giver's Gain? How did BNI transform your life? So to tell that story, 10 years ago, we identified a Namibian girl, 13, 14 years old, at a tournament. And we said to her, come to Bloemfontein, we will coach you. So I wasn't her personal coach, but I'm part of the Free State Badminton, the administration. And we have worked and we have fought for her. Don't want to talk business politics, but stuff that went wrong, people doing her in. And why must I now, I've got a few businesses, why must I spend time on this badminton thing? It's voluntarily. We don't get paid to be on those committees or those associations. But what drives me is badminton meant a lot in my life, and I want to give. So everything that I do, and emails, and fight for her, and so on, and get funding, it's absolutely, I'm not gaining anything out of this, but I want someone else to experience. So, to qualify in the Olympics in badminton, it's almost like tennis. You have to play a lot of tournaments overseas to get your world ranking up. And the further you go in a tournament, if you lose first round, you get 200 points. If you lose second round or quarters or finals, you get more and more points. And you need certain amount of points to then qualify for the Olympics. So I think we spent about 2 million on Nita in the past year. And the African Games in March was crucial. If she didn't win it, she wouldn't have qualified. So she needs the points when she wins the tournament. And how many people fell ill this week? I live in thankfulness every day, because for that, everything must work correctly. You must be fit, you mustn't have a niggle, you must be healthy, you can wake up with flu this morning. So many things that must work. And she made the final, and we watched on TV, And it was one set all, so you play a last set. And in badminton, you play until 21 points. And she was down 12-19. And she needs to win this. So yes, obviously then resilience and fight and all those things we can talk about. But she had a 7-point comeback and to win. And Nita's at the Olympics. So I don't gain anything from this. It's absolutely giving without expectation to see someone also experiencing that now. So let's look at another video of what is giver's gain.
What would you do to the same?
I want the same. But different ones.
That's okay.
Was that giver's gain? A random act of kindness. She doesn't gain anything, but he gained. So that is pure giving without any expectation. And I want our members or you guys to really get it. That's the right word. What is values and what is giver's gain? So when we talk about invite visitors, it's not just to grow the chapter and get more business. You can change someone's life. We've had so many stories this week also. So actually, inviting visitors is giver's gain. Yeah, you get what do you gain? A stat, I've got my visitor for the month or something like that. But inviting visitors can really change someone's life. Okay, another video.
ลือกที่สุดอะไรคือสิ่งที่คุณต้องการมากที่สุดใครเป็นการชีวิตชื่อเป็นความดี
Yeah, Thai life insurance. So again, random kinds of acts of kindness. Before I finish off, I also invited visitors to BNI. I know to the Lebanese chapter, I took an attorney as a visitor or as an observer because she couldn't join there. But the construction member had his feature presentation redoing kitchens. And she said to me, but I'm redoing my kitchen now. I'm busy getting quotations. And she eventually accepted his quotation. So that member got a 200,000 Rand kitchen because I took a visitor to the chapter or an observer. I don't remember the UK story exactly, Julian, but the biggest referral Greg told us last year in the UK ever was from a visitor that was late and she left early. But I think just before she left, she passed a referral that has led to a referral, and it's now £100 million, the biggest referral in the UK, come from a visitor that was late and left early, but she passed a referral. So you never know. You never know who you see. You never know who you connect at a conference. So really, I hope the message sticks with you today. What is values? It's something that you live by. It's something that guides your decisions. Am I going to skip this traffic light or not? Am I going to do this? Am I going to get upset with this employee? If we can really pull it through to business as well. So to end off, I ain't going to be just a face in the crowd. You're going to hear my voice when I shout it out loud. It's my life. It's now or never. I ain't going to live forever. I just want to live while I'm alive. It's my life.